Servus liebe Leute, ich bin's, der Moritz von Low Ready Media auf der IWA 2019 am Stand von Umarex mit dem Christian. Christian, grüß dich.
Hi, grüß dich.
Christian, letztes Jahr waren es noch Container, heute komme ich hier hin, wir gucken uns um und ich fühle mich so ein bisschen wie auf Kritas für Erwachsene. Ich lese so Themen Action, Explore. Was ist das Konzept dahinter?
Genau, das ist ein neues Konzept.
Moin, ich habe gehört, die IWA findet doch statt.
Moin Moritz, wir haben auf dich gewartet. Hier ist dein Ticket von Umarex und dein T-Shirt von Umarex.
Alles klar.
Gute Geschäfte.
Vielen Dank. Chef.
Tschüss.
Und dann.
Humerx, the world's largest manufacturer of over-the-counter firearm replicas, took matters into their own hands and brought IWA 2021 back to Nuremberg exclusively for you. So come with me if you want to learn about all their new products and take a look at the biggest booth of the show. Let's go.
Hey guys, I welcome you to the IWA 2021 exclusively by Humerx video series here on Humerx TV. We're gonna show you all the relevant news, all the new products. Together with me on stage today is Armin. Armin, thank you for having me actually.
Yes, you're welcome.
Your classic segment, it stands for high quality air guns and air archery.
That's
something
right.
we are going to learn throughout the video. And we are going to start with a true highlight. It is the new Beretta M9A3.
Right.
Tell something about it.
Yeah. It is CO2 driven by a single 12-gram CO2 capsule. It is inside the magazine. Down here is the screw for it. You put it inside here. On the front side, you have the chamber for the steel BBs. It's chambered in 4.5 millimeter BB.
But it's not. It says 9mm para here.
Yes.
Something we're going to point out.
Oh, for sure. Of course, we have the inscriptions right like the original one to have most detailed gun on the market.
It is actually the first time that I see, or maybe in Germany, I don't know about the other countries, and the law might differ on there, but in Germany, to me, it's something new to have actually the responding or the true caliber of the real steel gun written on an air gun on the slide. So every collector is going to have a huge grin right
Yes.
now on his face. All right.
Yeah, that's right. So that's a black version of the normal M9A3, which is known by Beretta for the U.S. Army. This is a full black one. It is full metal. It has the metal slide and it has the metal grip and it has blowback. So the slide
It goes back and forth, right?
back and forth, right?
So everyone who is into realism, and I might say it actually, would you mind handing me the magazine? So it actually does handle really well. It feels like it's almost the same weight. Of course, you can point it. Yes, it points just as naturally as the original does. And so I can believe this. Oh, see, you also have a threaded barrel, I can see.
Right. It is
Hold on.
14 millimeter counterclockwise.
Counterclock,
thread.
all right. There it comes, all right. It even has oil on there.
Yep.
Good job. All right, the way it's supposed to be. All right, and you can see for the A3 version of the M9, we also have a rail down here.
Sure.
And I was always, well, the trigger is nice too. All right, let's now check the trigger reset. You can see my fingers traveling forwards, and there you had it already. Hold on, let me do that again. Now I'm pulling the trigger, I'm at the wall. There it goes. now the reset. You can almost hear it. I'm gonna hold it next to my microphone, all right? Now the finger is traveling, it's traveling forward. There it was. That's a nice reset as well. It does have the same safety mechanism as the original. Of course, I was always wondering how you take them apart. Maybe, if you wouldn't mind, you can show us.
Sure. First, we take off the magazine, make a safety check, of course, and then, like the origin one, turn down this lever and take the barrel apart. You see the spring, the barrel, and the nozzle, and in the same way you can. And there we are.
So also, just like the real deal, for people who maybe own already a Beretta, maybe not an M9, but a 92 FS, so maybe those people want to use it for dry fire practice at home, they don't want to use their real gun, so this is also as close to the original,
right?
In terms of handling, and also in terms of optics. Okay. And I want to show you one more thing. Of course, it does come with the original Beretta markings on the grip. So this is it, guys. It's the new Beretta M9A3, and I was always wondering, what kind of calibers do you actually offer for this platform?
Yes, we have this platform in the same pistol in FDE color and black, and we have it in 4.5mm DBB, and we will see it later in the action corner in 6mm BB.
All right, guys, there you have it, the new Beretta M9A3. This is not the only highlight. We are going to show you another one right after this.
So, Moritz, here we have another gun. It is the Legends Cowboy rifle Renegade. Some of our viewers may know the other Cowboy rifles with wooden optic stock and of course the cartridges. This one is the more tactical one. You may have recognized the black stock and the big loop with paracord.
And
what do you think?
I think it's so colorful.
Yes, it is.
Would you mind me handling it?
Sure.
All right. So as we can see, and of course as all your viewers know, there's a lot of Western shooting enthusiasts out there. And repeating rifles, while they've always been a classic and people tended to want one or want to own one themselves, I am among this group. We can see a couple of years ago there was a movie coming out with dinosaurs, and the hero of the movie, he happened to have a repeating rifle, and then all of a sudden you could see those new models or new versions of known models already came out and emerged from the market, and of course all of them, they follow the trend of being black, being tactical, looking, well, you could say badass, and it does actually, and it's, to me, it's also appealing to the eye. I am going to want one myself. I'm going to put this on a pile together with the other stuff that I'm going to put later on in my car. No, of course I'm joking. So for all the viewers who might not yet understand what the fascination about Western shooting or repeating rifles is, it's easy, let me show you. It is pretty much this sound. And this is not the only thing, because complementary to the sound, you also have the corresponding cartridges.
Right. May I show you?
Please, go ahead.
So it looks like the real one, but of course it's only the chamber for the steel BB. You put one steel BB inside of each of this cartridge. Down here is the magazine, the tube, and you load the cartridge right like the real one. And you can load even more, up to 10.
Yes, I'm the loading assistant.
Sure.
It shows there right in the video in my title. So that's the last one. How many does it fit in the magazine? 10.
Now we have 5.
All right.
May you try?
Yes, I may. Thank you, Armin. So now you can see I chambered around, and after shooting, when I do like this, it actually falls out. And now you can see me grin. Everyone else, who's viewing is grinning as well. And this. All right, you have to take it because I could do this all day. So what are other features that you haven't mentioned before yet?
Yes, we have threaded barrel. This time it's 1/2" UNF thread for silencers, because it's a tactical one. It has a Picatinny rail in metal, so you can mount point sights or optics. And the CO2 is inside here. Maybe I show it to you. It's very easy. You turn the button 90 degrees, take this off, and here you have the key for the screw, and you can unscrew it, insert two 12-gram CO2 capsules,
All right.
then put it back like this, turn it, and then, like you already shown, charge the cartridges and to have fun.
And you also have the big loop. Hold that into the detail. And the big loop is just like the real deal. It is threaded with paracord lining
Right?
for that extra black tactical appearance.
Right.
So guys, there already you have it, the Legends Cowboy rifle, Renegade with a badass black finish. All the tactical details you would want from a current repeating rifle. And this also includes their corresponding cartridges.
Right.
So the next product is aimed towards people who enjoy striker fire, carry guns. Of course, we're talking about the new Smith & Wesson M&P M2.0, chambered in 45 auto. You might think, no, I'm just kidding, it's an air gun. Show us something about it.
Yeah, sure. It is chambered in 4.5 millimeter pellet, so it has threaded barrel. We have the 8-shot magazine, comes down inside here. Like the former version, it is driven by a 12-gram CO2 capsule, which comes inside here. Just open it, insert the CO2 capsule inside here, the 12-gram, and you can pierce it with this screw. And we have a safety on this side.
Not only do you have all the relevant markings, let me show on the camera, for example, the new serration lines on the front of the slide here and here. And also you have the textured grip.
Right.
And you have the rail, and you have everything that makes a Smith & Wesson M&P sexy.
Right. You may see it has single and double action trigger. You can pull back the slide to turn the rotary magazine inside and to pre-cock the trigger. And then you have only the short trigger resistance.
All right.
And of course you can shoot double action if you don't pull this back, and you can just shoot in double action, the 8-shot.
So guys, there you have it. Umarex went through great length to transform the new Smith & Wesson M&P 45 M2.0 into a 4.0 airgun.
So here we have a maybe known gun. It's a Walther PPQ. Many guys know them. It has 4.5 millimeter pellet caliber, threaded barrel. What is new? It has a chain magazine inside with 21 rounds.
21.
21 rounds, and it also has blowback. So you have true action, but with 4.5 millimeter pellet.
So for those people who don't know, blowback actually means the slide while shooting, it goes back and forth just like,
Right.
exactly, just like the real deal.
Right.
So would you mind me handling it?
Sure.
All right, first thing I noticed, the weight is pretty much the same as the original.
Right.
And it handles very well. You can see the slide serrations. I can do a chamber check, or I could even pretend to do a press check. It just works like the real deal. It has also the safety mechanism here on the trigger, as you can see. And I wanted to point out this, and you guys somehow made it a trend. You actually put the real caliber on the gun next to the Walther logo.
Yes.
And of course this gun is originally chambered in 9mm, but this one is chambered in 4.5 pellet. And you can see the F logo, which makes it sellable over the counter for people who are 18 years and above in Germany.
Right.
And I could think this might also be a good opportunity to do some dry fire practice. Right now ammo is pretty scarce. People do not, or at least they tend to, if they have ammo, they do not tend to go to the range because it is really hard to restock on ammo right now. So this might be, if you already own a Walther PPQ, this might be your opportunity to have the equivalent for a dry fire practice pistol.
Right.
I could do this all day. So move on to the next.
Okay, let's go on.
Ami, next up, PCP rifles.
Right. PCP, tank included inside. It's the Warthe Rain M2. We made something new. It has a massive barrel. It has the muzzle brake from the Walther Roadrex RM8. It is chambered in different calibers. We have it in different energy levels for the different markets. So you can get it for your country.
So the first thing I noticed is it's a bullpup design, which actually is significant because it looks like it's a short barrel, but the barrel actually, it goes all the way down here. So you're actually able to fit a long barrel into a much shorter gun. So I mean, please show our viewers how you can actually load it and operate it.
Yeah. We have the PCP tank included inside here. We have the pressure gauge here. We have the filling here.
What are the ways you can fill actually?
The filling adapter is included. You just insert it here, and then you can take a hose and maybe a pump, and you can pump it up. It takes around 5 minutes with sweat, if you want to, or you can have the big bottle with compressed air, with to fill it up. That's the source. And on the other side, we have the pellet. We have the magazine inside here. We have the arrow for easy inserting.
All right.
We have the cocking lever here, cock it back, and you can take off the magazine. The magazine, I already mentioned, it is chambered, and the barrel also chambered in 4.5 millimeter, in 5.5 millimeter, or in 6.35 millimeter.
You guys got it all covered. Whatever you need for your country, Umarex provides you with the exact fit, so you have the right caliber with the right energy. And also, speaking of energy, I had the joy of shooting it actually earlier. I believe it was a prototype, and there were two things that struck my mind. First, I had a lot of fun, and then the second was, it was really loud shooting it actually.
Yeah, that's right. But you can also unscrew the muzzle brake, and you can screw on a silencer.
All
It is threaded in 1/2" UNF, and we have the silencer for this.
So for all the viewers who are amazed now, wait till we show you the max energy variant of it.
Yes. Like I mentioned, we have even more energy, not only the 16 and the 19.9 for the countries. We had also a version which has much more power. Let me show you.
And we are going to show you now. Let's go. So I mean, how much energy are we talking about?
Yeah, we are talking about up to 60 joules in caliber 5.5 millimeter pellet, or even up to 70 joules in caliber 6.35 millimeter pellet.
And it does have a longer barrel, I believe.
Yes, right. We need the longer barrel, the longer acceleration of the pellet. Of course, we need the longer barrel. It is 10 centimeters longer, so we have here 60 centimeters barrel. And the other one, the shorter one, has the 50 centimeter barrel.
So before we started taping this video, you showed me a cool feature for people who need, for example, an ambidextrous design because they are left-handed.
Right. We have the cocking lever here on the right side. This is the normal version like it is sold, but you can put it on the other side for the left-handed shooter, like you mentioned. And you can also insert the magazine from both sides.
All right. So no matter whether you're a left-handed or right-handed, you can even put the magazine from your preferred side into the gun. So please show us how to cycle this gun, how to operate it, how to shoot it.
Yes, sure. I load the magazine, I put the pellets inside here, and then it is spring operated. So like I said, you have different calibers. We have 11 pellets in the 4.5 millimeter. We have 10 pellets in the 5.5 millimeters, and we have 9 pellets for the 6.35 millimeter caliber. You insert this with the arrow to the front, right here, close it, and now you can shoot.
This is actually pretty loud.
One thing I forgot to tell you, for the UK market, we have the 11 millimeter rail, because the guys like to have the 11 millimeter rail for the scopes. All the other countries, they get the Picatinny rail.
So guys, there you have it, the Warthe Rain M2 with all the variants for all the matching countries in terms of caliber and energy.
Right.
I'm in pretty new field of interest we're coming to now. We're talking about airgun archery. I didn't even know that was a thing till you guys handed me one earlier and I was able to shoot it. I can say already it's a lot of fun, but please take away, show us what you have there.
Yeah, we have here the Humerx Air Javelin. It is driven by an 88 gram CO2 capsule, which comes in right here, and it shoots arrows. like this. Those are carbon arrows. They are just put over a tube, right, like this, and then just put it a little bit deeper so it is engaged and they don't come off. You need a cock for each shot.
All right.
And you can shoot. The stock is extractable and you can mount the lever for cocking on both sides.
So for left-handed and right-handed people, first thing that actually catches my eye, this is an AR-inspired stock. So
Right.
for all the people who maybe own already an AR-15 platform, you will feel right at home with this. Not only it has the stock which can be changed to 3 positions, you also have the rail on top, you have an M-lock system on the side, and of course this means if you already have optics or sights that you prefer, of course you can easily mount them on here as well.
Right.
So I mean, how much energy are we actually talking about?
So this one is CO2 driven. It has round about 100 joules. The arrows, they have a weight of 11 gram and they fly with up to 295 feet per second.
As I mentioned earlier, I had the joy of shooting it already. It's a lot of fun. It's actually pretty impressive how much energy you can create or how much energy you can use to shoot those arrows. And it points very well. It feels like if you have a rifle or maybe, as I pointed out, an AR-15, you'll feel right at home with this gun right off the bat. The Humerx Air Javelin. So we are back to the PCP sector of the classic segment of Humerx. I mean, please give us a rundown. I can see it's the Humerx AirSaber and it looks solid, I might say.
Yes, it's much bigger than the AirJavelin. It is driven by PCP, you already mentioned. We have the gauge here for the pressure. We have the filling hole here to fill up the internal tank for the PCP. The arrow, it is a 24 gram arrow, of course made of carbon too.
So, but it's longer than the ones that are used for the Javelin, right?
It's longer and it's heavier. And because of the high pressure of 250 bar, we have an energy of 150 joule. We have the arrow weight of 24 gram and it travels at 495 feet per second.
So that's pretty impressive. It's called AirArchery. I did not really know it before I went to, before I got to your company and you guys invited me to shoot it, and I also got the opportunity to shoot this one. If you mind.
Sure.
And guys, seriously, it looks as solid and also it brings true weight to the system. And you can really talk about a bull barrel right here. Of course, I'm just joking. You can see the rails on the side, on either side actually. Hold on, let me show into the detail. And also there's a rail below. So whatever your preferred attachments are, you can put them on there easily. And maybe you already have a rifle, maybe somewhat in the lines of Remington 700. And if you own these rifles already, then you know this mechanism is already known to you. It really points, cocks, and cycles as easy. And Armin, tell us something about the optic that is included in the package.
Yes, right. It's a 4x32 optic. Magnification is 4. You have the reticle for archery. It has the upper line, which is adjusted to 30 meters, and each next line below gets up to the next 10 yards.
Which is already a thing in archery. So there you go, by the common rules of optics that are used for archery. And guys, look at it, look at the finish. And I also like the green you went along with the polymer stock system. Look at this, it's really a beauty. It's heavy, you can say it's heavy, it has a weight. It's really, it has the appearance more of a rifle than an archery rifle, you have to say.
Right.
All right guys, there you have it, the Humerx AirSaber. I'm gonna put this on a pile. I'm gonna take this one with me. If you guys are into revolvers, or rather into action movies, retro action movies, and classic revolvers, Umarex got you covered. I mean, tell us why.
Yes, it's a Smith & Wesson M29 in caliber 4.5mm BB, driven by a 12 gram CO2 capsule. It's a full metal version.
And it is gorgeous, I might say. I was just picking up mine as you were pointing out the features to your viewers. I mean, look at this finish on the barrel and on the drum you have the original markings.
Sure.
So it's somehow already qualified to be something of a collector's item already. And those are adjustable sights, right?
Right. You maybe know this gun from a very famous movie.
Very famous movie.
Yeah, I think so. And in the movie they used the 6.5 barrel length and the 8.83 inch barrel. They used both
All
on
right.
the set. And of course we have a short one. This is the 3-inch one, and even this one weighs more than 1,000 grams.
I was going to say it's quite heavy though.
Yeah.
Points well actually, but I think the quiet star of the system is, right, these. You're using cartridges
Right.
in which you can insert the BB bolts, right? So all the handling, whether it's reloading or unloading, it's all very, very close to the real steel version, right?
Right.
So it also, you could say you could use that for dry fire practicing at home.
Yes.
But of course, you guys also thought about this. There's a speed loader available.
Yes, that's right. That's a speed loader. And once you have shot the 6-shot, you just put inside speed loader, and there you go.
So you can truly practice dry firing, but also dry reloading and unloading at home.
Right.
Guys, you can see the M29 Smith & Wesson classic revolver in 3 different barrel lengths. Caliber is 4.5 millimeter BB bolts.
Right. We have the energy of 3 joule.
I was actually wondering because you guys also have a Cowboy repeating rifle.
That's right.
Are those interchangeable for those?
Yes, yes. We have one cartridge for each caliber, for the caliber 4.5 steel BB and for caliber 6mm BB, we see later maybe. And they are interchangeable, so all of the guns have the same cartridge.
So how many can you buy in bulk of these? Do they come for 6 shots or
They come in 10,
in 10?
in a set of 10, because we have many cowboy action shooters and they ask for a bigger amount in the package to get a better price and to have better overview, and that's really better.
So where does the CO2 go into?
The CO2 is inside the grip. You just take off one handle, and there you have the tool for the screw to pierce the CO2 cartridge. So the tool is inside of the handle, and you cannot lose it.
So exactly. So you have it always with you when you need it, instead of maybe in your pocket or in your rucksack or somewhere where it probably doesn't belong. And of course, I'm going to show once again, you have the original markings, right? For every collector, that's an important thing. You have the official license. It is here on the grip, it's on the system, and it's on the barrel as well. Guys, there you have it, the M29 with original markings, but also with original handling from Umarex. We're still talking about CO2 revolvers, this time about a modern classic. Ami, tell us.
Yes, it's a Smith & Wesson 629 Classic. It is chrome optics, and it has the nice rubber handles.
And you can also see the original Smith & Wesson markings on the system. Yeah, guys have it on the grip. You have a nice chrome finish going on there. This is 19 action movie era kind of style, right?
Right.
And of course you have my favorite feature, which are, as you guys can see, these. Armin, tell us about them.
We have cartridges. They are looking like real bullets, but of course they aren't. They are hollow inside, and you can insert the steel BB from the backside. There's a rubber chamber to hold them secure. And then you insert them into the revolver drum, and you can shoot them.
So everyone who wants to practice dry firing, dry loading, reloading, unloading, all those different moves, you can do this at home perfectly safe, even if you don't have a revolver so far and you plan on buying one. You can now get the original handling and the true to nature handling style of the real steel counterpart, and you don't even have to reload them by hand because you guys also have a speed loader.
Right. We have the same speed loader like for the Smith & Wesson M29, and of course it also fits the 629 Classic.
And you guys have adjustable sights. There's a screw here, and there's a screw hidden in there. And what I'm going to try next is, because it points well, I'm going to test the trigger. All right, so this is double action, right? So, and of course you can also pre-cock it and then shoot single action. I've actually had the joy of shooting these before. You showed them to me when I visited your company, and it's a lot of fun. And although you have to reload each cartridge again after you shoot them, you don't have to instantly take out and put another CO2 capsule in there.
That's right, you can shoot up to 160 shots with one CO2.
Show us where the CO2 goes.
CO2 is in the same position like in the Smith & Wesson M29. It's covered here inside the grip, and on the handle there is the tool, same like the at the M29, to screw to pierce the CO2 cartridge.
Armin, thank you for presenting the 629 Classic to your viewers.